Welcome back. In this video, we'll be looking at the anatomy of an error. So errors are obviously what happens when you get an error, when a command is not able to run properly. And that's that red text that just appears and that you do not want. But it looks different whether you're in PowerShell 5.1 or in PowerShell 7. Um, it's a bit shorter in PowerShell 7, which is nice, but um, PowerShell 5.1 has more information. So let's take a look at 5.1. They're basically the same thing, more or less, but they have different displays. So here the first thing you get is a nice error message, a user-friendly error message. Cannot find drive, a drive with the name E does not exist. Here you see where the error occurs. So line 1, character 1, that's because we are using a command line, and so it's only line 1. If you were to run that in a script, it would actually give you where the error occurs in the script. The next thing we have is we have the category info about the error. So here the error type is object not found. The problem is E. The invocation, the command is get child item, and the exception is drive not found exception. And here we have a fully qualified error ID, Microsoft PowerShell comments get child item comment. So that's a lot more information. It's not always nice to have that, especially if you make something that's user facing. You'd rather have just that top message like PowerShell 7 has, but they're both the same error underneath. If we take a look at our automatic variable called error, and here is 0 because it's the last error that occurred, we can see that we get the same thing. So let's just take a look at error. And error will display all the errors that have occurred in the session. I've actually looked at this before, so if we look at error, see, we get a few because I've run this command before. So if we look at just the 0, which is the last one, we see this. But that's not actually true that this is, quote, the error. If we use our trusty get member, we can see that there is a lot more than just a string. It is not a string or a display or whatever. This is just what gets printed when this variable gets printed. But there's a lot more information. So let's go through a few of those. So here, let's go through category info. Right? We get what we see here, the object not found as a category, the activity here, get child item, the reason here, drive not found, and the target that's causing an issue, which is E, which is of type string. So this is an error. And we have a few more things, such as stack trace. If you want to dig deeper into it, actually it's not displaying it. I think it's under exception. That's stack trace. There you go. An exception also, if we do this, you have that nice little friendly message, but again, get member gives us a lot more information. And this is like the drive not found exception. If we do, let's say, remove item c temp not a file.csv, and we do error 0, sorry, get member. See, we have error record, so it's a different type. So that's it for this video. We just took a quick look into what an error looks like and all the information that is provided as part of an error. In the next video, we'll try to handle errors so that you don't see that message and you can act upon an error properly. See you in the next video.